Hi, my name is Matsuri and welcome back to my channel where I review, rant, and discuss about shows or movies that I recently seen. And today's review is on Given. So, I came across Given because I saw a YouTube channel reviewing about Dokyuse, and then on her channel she did another review for Given, and she was, praising it, saying how good it was, and also she was praising it the fact that it had a really good representation of the acceptance of LGBTQ community. And so I was like, oh yeah, that sounds good. So I looked it up and watched the series, as you can tell, and I have my thoughts about that whole acceptance thing, and I'll go into that in my thoughts section. But for those who haven't seen it or are thinking of seeing it, here's a rundown of the story. We begin our story with Mafuyu Sato, a quiet boy who just experienced a loss of someone he holds dear, and is given a guitar as a memento of sorts. At school we meet Ritsuka Uenoyama, a boy who loves playing his guitar but has lost the fun of playing. Uenoyama finds Mafuyu in his napping spot by the stairs and notices the string on the guitar Mafuyu is holding is rusted and needs to be replaced. Dude, you need to change the strings if you want to play that. It can be fixed. Yeah, it's not that hard, you just need some tools and some string. I ain't fixing it. You leave me with no choice. Activate puppy dog eyes. God damn it. Give it here. Works every time. After following Uenoyama around, Uenoyama gives in and teaches Mafuyu how to play the guitar, and invites Mafuyu to watch Uenoyama's band, The Seasons, practice. The band consists of bassist and leader of the band, Haruki Nakayama, and drummer Akihiko Kaji. One day, Uenoyama finds out Mafuyu can sing and asks Mafuyu to join his band. Is Uenoyama able to convince Mafuyu to sing in their band and help him overcome the loss of his loved one? So I don't know what it is about like anime that have like band music in it, but I loved all 3 songs in this. Like, it's only 3 songs because there's only the opening, the insert, and the end track. But all 3 songs are really good. Like, the insert one was so emotional because of reasons, but yeah, I mean, all 3 of them are really good, and I'll put a link in the description of the person who wrote those songs, because he actually sings the opening. Yeah, he sings the opening. The insert and the ending song is actually sung by the voice actor that does Mafuyu, and if I can find it, I'll link that in the description, but for now, I'll just link the writer or the composer of the songs in the link, so you guys can have a look. And I also heard the movie ones as well, because the movie came out, I believe it was last month. And I haven't actually seen the movie. I know what it's about because I did have a look through the manga. So once the movie is available to watch legally, I might do a review for it. If not, we'll see. So I'm kind of torn if I considered this a BL anime. And I mean, it is, like, it's meant to be a BL anime because, the manga was in a BL magazine, it's listed under BL, like, it's technically meant to be BL. But the reason why I think it's not really is because, in my opinion, and what I understand what BL is the main plot or the main story is on the romantic couple. And then everything else is just like, that just follows around them. You know what I mean? Like, so, for example, like with Dokyuse, it's the romance or the love between Kusakabe and Sajo. And then the plot or the story is that they're in high school. That kind of thing. Like, pretty much, it's the main focus is on the couple. But in this anime, it kind of seems more like the band or the music is kind of the main focus, and it's kind of like the couple is like a add-on. And the main reason why I don't consider this a BL is because, and this is a little bit of a spoiler, but the main couple don't get together until like the last two episodes. And that's not saying like that's a bad thing or anything like that, but it seemed very one-sided at the start. Like, it just seemed like Uenoyama had, developed feelings for Mafuyu. But, like, throughout the show, it was just more like Mafuyu was, like, because he was dealing with this, like, tragic loss that he had. Like, it didn't seem like he had time to like anyone else other than this person that he lost. And then at, like, the last two episodes, Mafuyu suddenly just goes, oh yeah, I like Uenoyama. And I'm just like, wait, what? Like, he didn't show any interest towards Uenoyama anytime. Like, you could say he did, kind of, but in my eyes, it just seemed like he was a very, like, straightforward and, like, naive boy that's able to, like, not express himself, but, like, is able to just be straightforward. Like, it didn't seem like Mafuyu cared about Uenoyama until, like, he overcame his traumatic loss, and that seemed very forced to me, which is why it's weird. If they were able to show like Mahuyu being affectionate towards Uenoyama, but then suddenly being like, oh no, I still have to get over this person, then I'll accept it. But he doesn't. He just kind of like, in the last two episodes, he's telling me like, I like you, Uenoyama, and I'm just like, what? So, like, I think they're cute as a couple, but it just seemed very forced. Now, this anime has been praised for, showing the acceptance of the LGBTQ community, and this is coming from a straight female, so my thought might not be the same as, everyone who's in the LGBT community. So, and the person that Uenoyama talks to about his feelings for Mafuyu is Akihito. And don't get me wrong, the scene, that whole scene is very, like, nicely done. Like, you hear Akihito being like, it doesn't matter who you love, even if it's a guy or girl. I actually don't remember the exact quote, but I'll put the screenshot on and put subtitles in so you guys know what I'm talking about. But the reason why it is acceptance, but in my opinion, it's not the best one, is because Akihito is bi. And this is just completely my opinion, so I could be wrong, but I feel like if you're bi, it's a given that you're open-minded to that, anyone's sexuality. If even like gay or straight, like I said, it's not bad that Akihito is accepting Uenoyama, but he's bi, so I'm like, that doesn't work as much because you guys are on the same team. You know what I mean? I don't know if this makes, like, I don't know if it's coming out right, but I just don't think it's praiseworthy as much as some other shows that I've seen. Yeah, I'll just go with that. So I have one complaint about this anime, and it's not really a big complaint, it's a very minor one, but it's just a name that they went with for the band. So they started out as the Seasons, and the reason why is because in each of their names they have the kanji for the seasons. So with Ritsuka it's summer, Akihito it's Aki, and Haruki is spring. And then they changed it to given because they were combining the word give, because the guitar that Mahui has was given to him, but they say give because Japanese English logic, and they combined it with seasons, so they ended up with the name Given. But if you know Japanese, you get what I'm going here. Mafuyu's name has winter in it. So you just now have all 4 seasons in your band. Why don't you just keep it as the seasons? I mean, it is a crappy name, but still, like, I just thought the logic was kind of weird. Like, oh yeah, let's just change our name because we got a new member, even though he has winter in his name. But again, it's not a big complaint. I just thought it was really weird. So this time I have 2 favorite characters, and that's Mafuyu and Akihito. So with Mafuyu, I feel like I can relate to him in some way because I am someone who also is kind of afraid to express myself. You know, like sometimes it's hard for me to like express what I'm feeling or like what I want to do. So I can relate to him on that level. And like I feel like I know how he felt when he had that tragic loss of someone, and especially if you know you believe it is somehow your fault. Like I don't know if I'll be angry at the person or I'll be angry at myself for not realizing, you know, something's wrong beforehand, or I don't know if I'll be sad about it. I don't know if I'll be confused. Like, oh, I don't know if I'll be shocked. Like, you know, so much can go through your head at that time. So when Mahuyu is able to, you know, express how he felt and is able to sing on the 9th episode in the insert song, and it gets so emotional that it resonates with you. Even if I haven't experienced that kind of loss before, it's one of those animes that like makes you think, you know, what would you do kind of thing, or how would you feel. And the other reason why he's one of my favorite characters is just because he's so damn cute. He's like a puppy. I mean, look at him, just a puppy. The other person that is my favorite character is Akihiko. Now, he is younger than Haruki, but he acts like a big brother to everyone. Like, he's just very, like, calm and collected, and he's able to, like, assess the situation. Like, you know, he's able to, like, see how everyone is, and is able to, like, work with that, I guess. He's just, like, really cool looking as well. And like, even though he has a very complicated love story, which is part of the movie, he's, you know, he's still there to able to like give advice to Uenoyama and, you know, Mahuyu and everything like that. So like I said, I like big brothers in anime, so even though he's not the oldest, he acts like a big brother, so that's why I like him. Now, should you watch the anime? I mean, yeah, it was a really nice anime. Like, the voices were good, storytelling was good. Like I said, I don't know what it is about band anime shows, but I love the music in them. Don't go in expecting it to be a BL anime. Like I said, it's just pretty much like a band anime. Like, if you like music or if you want to learn about music, this one is really good because Mahuyu is, you know, set to be someone who's naive and doesn't know anything. So Uenoyama is teaching him like the basics of, you know, what a chord is, what amps are, you know, what a band is. And so if it's like 101 how to start a band kind of anime. It's fun to learn alongside with Mahuyu. And this is kind of a spoiler, but if you watch the opening credits, you'll see one person that you can't see the face of, and you know, you kind of like, oh, ooh, I wonder who that is. And then in episode 9, when everything's, you know, come to light, when Mahuyu's able to overcome his loss and, you know, break free from his sadness. The next episode, the opening, if you watch it, you'll see who that person is. And I thought that was a really interesting and really cool idea. Like, I love when anime does that. You know, sometimes it's fun to watch like the opening and endings, even though we all skip it after like once or twice. But that's something to look out for if you want to have a look. But overall, yes, this is a really good, wholesome anime that I think it deserves to be watched. But yes, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please give me a comment. Have you seen it? And who's your favorite character? Subscribe for more rants and reviews coming soon. Give me a like if you can, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.